A working class hero is something to be.
Hello, my name is Jacob Giorgi with House to Home Moving and Storage, and welcome to Working Class Heroes. Today I am in Roseville, and we're real excited today because we are doing our first on-site interview. And today I have with us Kristen Hewitt, who is a mortgage banker here in Roseville, all local, and tell us who you are and who you work for.
Great. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Jacob. I appreciate you coming out to my office today.
No problem.
Happy almost St. Patrick's Day for you all out there. My name is Kristen Hewitt. I'm a mortgage banker. I'm with Royal Pacific Mortgage here in Roseville. We have a beautiful office on the 4th floor of the Stone Point Center, and our company is fueled by the Federal Savings Bank, which is our parent company. And I've been in the mortgage business as long as I can remember.
Really? How long?
Oh gosh, about 22 years now.
That is a long time. So you know what you're doing by now?
I hope so.
So what do you do for people?
Well, I'm a mortgage banking originator, so I'm a loan officer, and I take loan applications and put folks into homes, or if they need refinances, anything to do with financing their home, I'm here for their needs, and I try to give them as many options as possible, and just listening to what my customers' needs are, and providing great service. I know from hearing you speak plenty of times that if you're looking to buy a house, you need to be the very first person they talk to. Exactly. The worst thing you want is someone to go out without being pre-qualified, find their dream home, and come to find out they truly can't afford it on paper. So the best thing to do is get fully pre-qualified with me reviewing their credit, income, and assets fully before they go out looking with their realtor.
Why is that so important?
Well, it's so important because right now we have a lack of inventory in our region here, and so every home is getting multiple offers, and you've got to be fully prepared and ready to put that offer on the table with your pre-qual letter, with your source of funds proof to that seller and that listing agent immediately with your offer.
Okay. So you work at a ton.
I do. This is not a 9-to-5 job. This is something that I need to be there for my customers because 80% of the real estate is sold over the weekends. Wow. And that's when people are out looking at open houses. That's when folks are out looking at those lists of homes that they've made arrangements with the seller to view. And by gosh, by Monday morning, I love to walk in and say, hey, you've got a couple of accepted offers waiting for you in your email. I mean, that's a perfect Monday morning for me.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty amazing Monday. Yeah. It makes Mondays your favorite day.
It does.
Now, you have an interesting family history.
I do.
Pretty local.
I am pretty local.
Can we talk about that a little bit?
Sure. I'm actually a 5th-generation Sacramentan. My great-great-grandfather was a judge down at the courthouse, and his uncle, or great-uncle, let me double-check that, was Kit Carson, the frontiersman. So Kit Carson came out to the west and settled in Nevada. Well, my family that descended from him, the Harts, moved to Sacramento, and we had a big family home on K Street for many generations. My father grew up in that home as well.
Wow.
Yeah, so I know the region fairly well. I do work in Placer County. I live in Sacramento County, and I've just really enjoyed getting to know my community here and serving people as best I can.
So she's super local. That's important. I mean, it's important to me. Mm-hmm. I'm a local company, and I think that's why I have a little bit of a love for local business. But I love that you're local. I love that you're right here in Roseville. I love that I've heard you speak, and I know people you've done business for. You've always done a great job. Everyone speaks highly of you. And, I love having you on the show. How are we doing so far, guys? Yeah? Yeah,
Because I wasn't sure if he was my great-great-grandfather's uncle or great-uncle. I totally blanked on that. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back to the genealogy.
But that's why the Carson City, right? Is that from his name, Kit Carson? Yes. Carson City. That's pretty amazing.
Kit Carson Junior High. I think there's a Kit Carson Elementary.
Wow. Wow. That's a lot.
My great-great-grandfather was Judge Elijah Carson Hart.
So let's talk about music for a second.
All right.
So just so everyone knows, this is the time where Metallica tickets went on sale.
Exactly.
And you and I both are huge rock fans.
We are.
And we just bought tickets to go see Metallica in December. How many times have you seen them?
This will be my 7th.
7th time seeing
But I'm an 80s child. The first time I saw them was in 1986.
That's funny. This will be my 3rd time seeing them. I can't wait to see them.
Right on.
It'll be fun.
Rock on.
Rock on. Party before and after.
Definitely. I'll be in the 2nd row, lower level, and I think you were brave enough to buy floor seats.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
Cody and I are going to be on the floor getting smashed up in the mosh pits, I think.
That's funny. I do love live music. I try to go to as many concerts as I can and love the live venues too. I think for St. Patrick's Day, my girlfriends and I are going to be on Sutter Street looking at some live bands and having some fun.
Okay, so nobody knows who you are. Can we talk about business just real quick?
Sure.
I love sales and marketing, and I always like to throw it in when I can. Nobody knows who Kristen is. What do you do to get business, and who are the people that are your power partners?
Oh gosh, well my power partners, number one would be my realtor base. Going out and establishing realtor relationships is very key for me, and I've been doing that for many years, and I've been working with a lot of the same realtors for a handful of years. I try to do the best I can because I'm only as good as that last transaction, and when they're looking for a lender, I want them to remember, gosh, the Browns loan, that closed very smoothly. I'm going to call Kristen Hewitt again. So number one would be my realtor base. Also financial advisors, CPAs, anyone who influences customers with their finances is a great power partner for me. As well, my past clients, I back solicit them, I thank them, I send them thank you gifts and birthday cards because the best thing for me is a referral. Because
Absolutely.
if I close your loan and I do a great job and your sister is looking for a home loan, you're going to refer me. And that's a perfect referral because that's a very warm lead because we've done business together and now your sister's going to trust your judgment with your loan officer.
Absolutely. You know how I look at it on referrals like that? When they're so close in referrals, I always look at it like you could be watching a TV show. Let's say you're watching the Super Bowl, and some famous football player comes on and says, hey, eat at this pizzeria. And your best friend sitting next to you goes, don't eat there, it's garbage. You're not gonna eat there. It doesn't matter how much they spent for that guy to say that.
Exactly.
You're gonna take your trusted resource. And when you've already done business with you, it's the same thing. You've had a great experience, why go anywhere else?
Exactly.
I'm gonna refer you on, and that's huge. How do you get your name out there?
Well, of course, word of mouth through my past clients and my referral partners. I've also got some online marketing. I've got my website up. I've got a great bio. You can read about my history, my lineage
What's your
there.
website?
It's very long. It's the Federal Savings Bank / Kristen Hewitt. You can Google it and
I'll tell
find
you what,
me.
we'll put that up. We'll put
Please
that up along with the phone number and everything.
Yes, and you know what? Getting out there and networking. I'm part of LaTip, obviously, is a great networking source for both of us. I also go to Placer County Association of Realtors functions, YPN functions.
What's YPN?
Young Professionals Network.
Young Professionals Network. And I know the Placer PCAR, Placer County Association of Realtors. Is that still meeting over there on Rockland Road or off of Rockland Road?
Yes, in Rockland, definitely.
Do you get a lot of business out of that group?
It's not. I can't say that I specifically get one or two loans, but it's getting in contact with those realtors that keeping in front of them. There's quite a bit of lenders that attend those meetings too. So, there's a lot of competition in that. But I try to just get out and make my services readily available. And folks know that I've got a definite deep history in lending, so I've got a lot of experience.
And I know that.
I've been doing open houses now for, probably 10 years with my realtors.
Wow.
So I think I can show a house pretty
Yeah,
well.
no kidding. I think
I'm
you
not
show
licensed,
better than
but
most real estate agents.
yeah. So I'm really willing to, like I said, working on the weekends, be available for any pre-quals needed. And
So I have another question for you on lending. Can you just lend local?
no, in fact, Jacob, we are licensed in 50 states because we're federally chartered by the bank. I've just recently closed a loan in Hawaii. Wish I could have gone to that loan signing. And then I've got a loan going in Idaho too, so for some friends. So if you know anyone, friends or family out of the area, be sure and pass on my information because lending nowadays, it's so electronic. Everyone can scan and fax and email documents and electronically sign their disclosures. So I can help folks in 50 states.
All 50.
All 50.
So if I'm buying a house in Hawaii, which I hope to do one day, I can use you to get the loan?
Exactly.
Are there any local restaurants that you go to around here?
Gosh,
you really like?
Roseville is full of local restaurants.
I know.
Are you starving?
I'm going to be when I leave here.
Well, we have our building is at Stone Point Center, and right across the way you've got Paul Martin's, you've got Blue Nami Sushi, and you've got Sibo 7, which is great, but that's, I believe, an evening restaurant only.
Do you like Costa Rica? Is that what it's called? Costa
Costa
Vida.
Vida?
Thank you.
I've never eaten there.
No? It's like
But I'd like to go to Costa Rica.
I would like to go to Costa Rica too. I'd actually like to buy some property in Costa Rica.
That sounds great. I wish I could finance there. But no, there's a plethora of restaurants here.
A plethora. Sounds Sorry. We just saw The Three Amigos. Have you ever seen The Three Amigos?
Yes.
He says, do you know what a plethora is? He cracks me up every time I hear that word. Tell us about some of the loan products that you offer.
Oh, great. Good question. We offer, because every customer is different and unique, and they may require a different product than, their folks did, maybe that I closed a loan for last year. So we've got conventional financing, which would be backed by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. We've got FHA financing, which is backed by HUD, and we've got VA financing, which is obviously backed by the Veterans Association or Administration.
Do the VA, do they get a better percentage on their homes?
Better interest rate?
Better interest rate.
The VA and FHA loans are priced a little bit lower than the conventional traditionally, and it also depends on your credit score and where you're at qualifying wise and loan size and things. So
Okay,
things like
so
that
this
we
is
are
why
very
you need to
open to.
talk to. This is why you need to talk to a loan officer, because there's things out there that you can use that you don't even know. You don't even know you
Exactly.
can use.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then we've got the renovation, and then of course we've got jumbo products for folks, people that are looking at $1 million homes. They obviously aren't going to use a down payment assistance probably for a first-time home buyer type program. They're going to need a really sharp jumbo product, and we are versed in that. We have many investors as well as in-house.
That's great.
Jumbo.
I'm going to ask you 5 just completely random questions, and because I left the jar of questions back at the office, I'm going to read them off my phone.
Okay.
But tell me when you're ready. And you just answer them honestly. They're not crazy questions.
Okay.
I promise. It's like, simple ones.
I got a good one to start with.
Oh, go.
What is the weirdest thing you have seen in someone else's home?
Wow.
Wow.
That is random. Go ahead. You go first.
Weirdest thing I've seen in someone's home. Gosh. Probably a really interesting statue. I can't get into the description of that, but I was like, ooh, okay.
A risky statue.
Yeah.
Risque. I like those.
Next question, please.
If you entertained reincarnation, what would you come back as?
Oh, gosh. I'd want to come back as somebody great like Mother Teresa or the Dalai Lama or someone that just really served people and had just an enormous amount of peace in their heart because of the service that they did for folks. Maybe somebody of ministry.
So you don't want to drink or party or anything.
Gosh, well, I've done that in this lifetime.
You're like, I spent one life doing that.
I would want to come back as somebody that really made an impactful difference and positiveness in a lot of people's lives.
Well, hopefully we're doing that right now, and that's our goal in our life is to, and one of the reasons why we started the show actually is just to help.
Can I have my second choice too?
Yeah, absolutely, go for it.
A lead singer, frontman in a rock band.
A front man or front woman?
Front woman in a rock band. Yeah, let me
What style rock?
rewind that.
What style rock?
Just hard rock and fun, and
Oh, see, that's cool.
because I love live music so much, that would be my second choice. But
I
I think
love
my
that.
first choice is much more admirable.
So so what she's basically saying is she'll either be the purest thing on earth or she will be the exact opposite.
Well, I'm a Libra, so I have to stay balanced. So maybe I'll do a little bit of both.
I want to help people, but I also want to party. Do you have any heroes, and who are they if you do?
Wonder Woman? She's
Oh.
fictional, but gosh,
No,
what a hero.
That's a good Superman. I mean,
Yeah.
how could you not like those two? That's awesome.
Oprah, she does fantastic amount of work, and again, she's a giver and provider and just helps so many people. I'm a big fan of Tony Robbins too. I've seen him live, and I really am inspired by him.
What is your favorite word, and what is your least favorite word?
Oh, geez. Plethora.
Every time I get on the last.
A plethora of good fortune, a plethora of love, a plethora of giving. I love that word. It just seems very positive to me. Least favorite word? Goodness. Can't. Won't. People
like
that
that.
are in despair, that don't see that there is a shining light, that just look past their own discouragement and know that there's always something better around the corner.
Absolutely, I love that. I hate the word can't. Anything that starts with that, I can't do it, I won't do it, how am I supposed to do it? Any excuse, anything that starts with, but But if I do, then I don't like that. What are your favorite things to do with me time?
Me time, well, let's see. I love to go hiking. I love to be outdoors. I grew up in kind of camping, hunting, fishing, boating. I love to wakeboard still. Filling my time, lately I've been going to church, and I'm finding that that's bringing a lot of gratefulness to my heart and opened my eyes to some things. Love live music. I love going to concerts. I love going to small venues, and just being outdoors and spending time with my friends and family.
Last but not least, what is your favorite source of inspiration?
I guess seeing the smile on someone's face when I've done something to help them achieve their goal, like home ownership. When I have folks that are first-time home buyers and they're moving into their house that weekend, and it's been a long road and maybe they had some challenges, but now they're in and they're homeowners, and I was a part of that. That's very inspirational for me to move forward on to the next client.
Thank you so much for
Thank you,
doing this
Jacob.
interview with us. I really appreciate it. Is there anything else that you would like to mention before it's over?
No, as long as you're going to put my information up for everyone to find me.
Yeah, I definitely will.
If I can be of help to anyone that you know, friends, family.
And remember, you can make comment. Get on if you see this video. Send us some comments. If you have questions for Kristen on where to go or how to get started, if you have any questions because you don't know exactly what you're going to do, or if you're not sure if it's a good time to buy or anything like that, put it in the comments and let us know. We can get a hold of Kristen, or you can get a hold of her directly, and we're all here to help each other, and any other questions for that matter. But thank you so much again for being on here.
Thank you, Jacob.
And
I appreciate it.
I'm sure I'll be doing business with you soon and
Wonderful.
sending you some business and talking to you soon.
Great, I appreciate it. Thanks so much.
All right, thank you. It was crazy. It was the
Oh,
weirdest
so
thing I've
sad.
ever seen. It's sad, but that is the weirdest thing I've ever
Okay.
seen. Okay. You can cut that out too. It's not about me. We're all still rolling, right?
Yeah.
Oh. Good one. Good bloopers.